Hi, this is Joe again with another movie review. And before I discuss the movie in hand, I have to start this video on a very sad note. The day that I'm doing this video, which is Friday, February 27th, 2015, this morning, Leonard Nimoy, who plays Spock on Star Trek, had passed away. So for all of us Star Trek fans out there, I have to say to Leonard, wherever his spirit is right now, live long and prosper, and we all have been and always shall be your fans of yours, and friends of the show, and friends of big fans of Mr. Spock. Alright, now we'll now get to the movie in hand. That we want to discuss here for this video. The movie we'll be discussing is the 1983 comedy, excuse me, which is Duggan Returns, which is based on a Neil Simon play, and it stars Marsha Mason, Donald Sutherland, Jason Robards, and his very first movie role of Matthew Broderick. And of course, those of you who don't know the movie, this movie is about, like I said earlier, it's based on a Neil Simon play, and this movie is about Jason Robards plays the character named Max Duggan, and he comes back to reunite with his daughter he hasn't seen for almost 30 years or over 30 years, something like that. And his daughter was played by Marsha Mason, and she was terrific in this movie. And of course, she has a teenage son played by Matthew Broderick. And of course, like I said, this is the same. Well, it came out the same. Max Duggan Returns came out the same year for as War Games, which I previously reviewed, but by dates, this movie came out before War Games, so technically this was Matthew Broderick's first movie role. Even though this movie War Games came out the same year, this movie came out before War Games. And Marsha Mason, she plays a school teacher, and this one particular night she gets like a creepy phone call, and she calls up a police officer who she just met after her car got stolen, who was played by Donald Sutherland. And the guy comes to her house, and it happens to be her long lost father, Max Duggan. And he says, "Well, what are you doing here?" I said, "Why you give me such a creepy phone call?" "Well, because I know there are people after me." And he goes into this long story about what happened to him, because he did serve time in jail for embezzling, and he got out and he stole almost $300,000, about almost $500,000 from the mobsters in Las Vegas. And he wants to give that money to the Marsha Mason character and his grandson. And at first he rejects the money. He says, "Look," "I want to set up. Okay, if you don't want it, I can set up a college fund for Michael then, the Matthew Broderick character. I can set up a college fund for him, so he can go get a decent college education." And he goes, she goes, him and hawing his head, because he didn't want anything to do with the money, because in case he gets caught and all that stuff. So what she decides to do is let him stay in her house, because she found out that he was also dying. And spoiler, he's going. Well, he doesn't die at the end of the movie, but his character has a certain heart condition, and it's going to be dying in 6 months. So Marsha Mason says, "Look, well, you can stay for a while. You can get to know grandson." So, okay. She reluctantly agrees. And during the time that he was there for 3 weeks. He buys a whole bunch of stuff for the house. Buys stuff for the house, but fixes up the house. He buys a new furniture, buys a new car, buys the son all these equipment for filming equipment, video cameras, and a big screen TV, and dishwasher, refrigerator, all this food. He said, "Oh, I can't accept it. Put it back." And because she always yells at Matthew, "Put it back. It's the house. It's a mistake." And it's kind of funny. But one of my favorite subplots in this film was that the Matthew Broderick character plays on a local baseball team. I don't know if it was his high school team or his or a league or a baseball league he plays in. He stinks at. He didn't stink this bad, but he keeps striking out all the time and striking out badly. So his grandfather, or Jason Robards' character, decides to do. He sends a check to the world famous hitting coach, Charlie Lau. And Charlie Lau does make a cameo in this film, and it is actually Charlie Lau. For you baseball fans out there who don't know who Charlie Lau is, because he's since passed away. But he was, at the time of the movie, he was the hitting coach of the Chicago White Sox. And when he introduced himself to Matthew Broderick, he said, I'm the hitting coach for the Chicago White Sox. The what White Sox? The Chicago White Sox. He said, I've been watching you swing and you stink, you know that? He said, yeah, no kidding. And it was a pretty funny sequence. But he says, I got a nice check in the mail along with a letter. And teach this young man a basic swing and a philosophy of hitting. He said, the philosophy of hitting? Yeah, if you don't have the right philosophy, you're not going to hit your weight. And there was a nice little montage of Charlie Lau teaching Matthew Broderick the Charlie Lau theory. So if you really want to know how the Charlie Lau hitting theory works, you just watch the sequence in the movie. And Charlie Lau, and who Charlie Lau was before he became the hitting coach for the White Sox, he was the hitting coach for a little-known team called the Kansas City Royals, and he helped a certain third baseman rookie who came up, and the time was batting 200 with the Royals. And thanks to Charlie Lau, he now sits in the Baseball Hall of Fame. He has a plaque in the Hall of Fame today. And that's George Brett. He was the guy for the Charlie Lau theory, and he helped George Brett became a Hall of Fame hitter. And so he was helping Matthew Broderick out in this film, and it has a pretty good sequence in it. And you do see Charlie Lau at the end scene of the movie. And of course, the end of the movie, of course, throughout the movie, Donald Sutherland is trying to figure out what's going on with the Marshall Mason character, because he's always playing dodging his questions all the time, because he's like a hard-nosed detective in the police force, and he keeps grinning on a drink, and she keeps making up stories, and the more stories she makes up, the more he checks it out. And of course, by the end of the film, he figures out that the guy living in her house, fixing up her house, getting her the car, the Mercedes, fixing up the house, is actually her father, Max Duggan, because he checked him out, and he found out that not only that he's wanted by the cops in Vegas, but possibly even the FBI, and of course the mobsters in Vegas, which I'm not going to get into. So those of you who can never seen the movie, could go and get it on Netflix or wherever, and you could check out the movie and find out why the cops in Las Vegas and the mobsters in Vegas, who run the casinos in Vegas, were looking for him. And of course, he also found out that he was dying. So he said, sorry, he's dying. And then he figures out where that Lex Duggan, Jason Robards' character, is getting out of town. And he figured out where he's going. Oh, he's going to Brazil, isn't he? But for a tropical climate. And he found out that Matthew Broderick is about to hit against the son, Donald Sutherland's son, because his son was pitching in the game that Matthew Broderick was playing in, and Matthew Broderick was about to hit, and it was like down by 2 runs and has 2 guys on with 2 out. I think Matthew Broderick, and he says, "Oh, I want to swing," and that's Charlie Lau, giving him tips, how you wiggle his butt and all that stuff. And of course, sure enough, well, I don't want to give away. He did. Well, spoiler, if you haven't seen the movie, spoiler alert, he does happen to hit a 3-1 home run, wins the game, and of course everybody goes nuts. And Matthew Broderick goes crazy. And before he hits the home run, he had a very funny exchange when Marshall Mason says to him, look, I'm going to give you all the information you want. If your son strikes my son out, or gets my son out, and give you all the information you want, but if he gets a hit off you, gets a hit off your son, I'm not going to tell you anything. So the old cheering for both sides was pretty funny. And then Marshall Mason gives out one of my favorite lines in the movie, and he said this all when Mike Piazza played for the Mets. And I went to see, and when I went to see him play, when he was playing with the Mets for 8.5 years, he said this line all the time. He said, "Swing, Michael, just one swing, hit that shit out of it." And I mean, that movie over 32 years old now, and I still laugh when I hear that line. Because Marshall Mason's character is supposed to be an English teacher. And when she yells that line, one of the other parents yells at her for cursing. And he goes, "Hey, what do you want?" I said, "They stole my car, they stole my bike, they stole my test papers, you gotta fight back sometime." And of course it was really the funniest scene. When the whole movie is funny. And you have great actors in this film. I like Jason Robards in it, he was terrific. John Sullivan was great. Marshall Mason was terrific. And she had nice legs, by the way, too, which kind of helps. And you also had Matthew Broderick, who was also very good in this film. Even though nowadays I'm not such a huge fan of Matthew Broderick, because he hosted Obama in his house a couple of times for fundraisers, which ruins his credibility for me. But he is a talented actor, especially at that age. When he was that age, I think it was like in the early 20s. He was 19, 20 years old at that time. And you can see how well carried himself in this movie. And everybody was great in this film. And also you could look for the neighbor, Marshall Mason's neighbor. And I think it was like Diddy Gurman or something. I forgot her last name. She recently passed away a couple of years ago. But she was in a bunch of movies. She was in Grease. She was in Splash. A year later, Tom Hanks, and she was in this movie. She played your stereotypical nosy neighbor, and also local gossip as well. But naturally, of course, like I said, my favorite sequence was with the Charlie Lau stuff, and Matthew Broderick with Charlie Lau. So that was my favorite sequence. But for the movie itself, I think it was definitely one of my favorite comedies. And of course, with Jason Robards, he passed away a couple of years ago. But he gives one of his great performances. He does play his stereotypical grandfather in this film. I think this is one of the first, or not the first movie where he actually plays a grandfather type in the movie. Now, I'm a review of Max Duggan Returns. Please click on the video, please rate it. Feel free to comment on. Please subscribe to my channel, and please forward this video onto your Facebook pages. And also, you can check out my earlier videos, not only here on my YouTube channel, but you can also check out my earlier videos on rowdyc.com. It's ROWDY, the letter C.com. And you can also check out Chris Lee Moore on the Rowdy Reviewer. You can check out his content, his TV trash videos, which are terrific. His newscraft videos, videos he does with Charlie Brown, and since, like I said at the very top, Leonard Nimoy, who played Mr. Spock, died today. And you can check out two episodes that the Rowdy Reviewer did. Two of the worst episodes of Star Trek's history. Spock's Brain and Turn Around Intruder. He has done reviews of those two particular episodes. I don't know if he's going to do any other Star Trek episodes in the future, but he has done those two, and he's done a great job with those two particular episodes. Plus all of his other reviews, he's done a great job on. And we have kind of like a Lucy. We kind of have a deal where he links my videos onto his website, so you can check out my own videos. Plus, you can check out his stuff. So that's my. So I want to say thanks for watching. Catch you next time, and God bless Nana Nimoy. Thanks for watching.